Hi everybody, it's Miss Davis, and today we're going to be learning all about 2D shapes, and then we're also going to be learning about 3D shapes. So get ready. Alright, so the first shape we're looking at, you're going to look at it for just a second, but we already learned about this, so you should know pretty quick. It's a square. If you said square, you're right. Alright, so how many sides does a square have? So think about that at home for just a second, and then we're going to count together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 sides. All right, squares around the world. So you can see a picture around your house might be a square, a puzzle, or a game. All right, next shape. Think about it for a second. It's a triangle. If you said triangle, you're correct. All right, how many sides does a triangle have? Let's count together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. A triangle has 3 sides. All right, some triangles around the world. A pizza, you might see as a triangle, an ice cream, or a Christmas tree. All right, next shape. Think about it for a second. It's a rectangle. Awesome, if you said rectangle, then you're correct. All right, how many sides does a rectangle have? Let's count together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you said 4 sides, you're correct. All right, rectangles around the world. You might see a clipboard is shaped like a rectangle, a ruler, or an envelope. Can you think of any more? You can think of some more at home. All right, what shape is this? Think about it for a second. It's a circle. Good job if you said circle. All right, how many sides does a circle have? This one's kind of a tricky one, but remember, a side has to be flat. So does a circle have any sides at all? Nope, it doesn't have any sides. It's got 0 sides. So some circles around the world, you might see a clock in your house, or you might see a pizza before it's been cut. It's normally a circle. And then you can think of some more at home. All right, what is a vertex or a corner? So remember, we learned about this in school. This one's kind of a tricky one. Remember, the vertex is where 2 sides meet, and it's like a corner. So how many vertices does a square have? So we can count them together. We see 1, oops, go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a square would have 4 vertices. All right, so we're going to try to figure out how many vertices all of these shapes have. So the first one, we're looking at our rhombus, and we're going to see how many vertices we think the rhombus has. So the rhombus, we're going to count them together, has 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the next one, we're going to look at our triangle. It has 1, 2, 3. Now our circle's kind of a tricky one. Do you think a circle has any vertices at all? Think about that one for a second. So a circle wouldn't have any vertices. So it's got no pointy parts on it, no corners. All right, and then the last one, the rectangle has 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's see if we got all the answers right. Awesome, so I had 4, 3, 0, and 4. Good job. All right, next one is kind of a trickier shape. You have to make sure that you count how many sides are on this shape to figure out what the name of it is. So let's count together and be sure you don't count any twice or miss any. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think the name is of a 5-sided shape? Think about it for a second. All right, if you said pentagon, you are correct. All right, and then how many sides and corners does a pentagon have? So we just counted them together. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it also has 5 vertices or corners, because you can see it's got 5 pointy parts, 5 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so some pentagons in the world. Do you see on the soccer ball, there's a pentagon shape in the middle of it, and all of these little shapes, well, not that one, that's a hexagon, but the black one, not the white one, the black one is a pentagon. This little tag has 5 sides, so it's a pentagon in this doghouse. has 5 sides. All right, next one. This is also a tricky one. You have to count the sides. So we're gonna count together and see what the name of this shape is gonna be. Ready? Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So what do you think the name is of a 6-sided shape is? Think about it for a second. All right, if you said hexagon, you are correct. Good job. All right, so how many sides and corners does a hexagon have? We just counted this one together, so we can make sure that we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 6 sides, and it also has, how many corners or vertices do you think it has? Think for a second at home. All right, it would have also 6 vertices, 6 sides and 6 vertices. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pointy parts, 6 corners. All right, so hexagons around the world. You can see that this ring has a hexagon on it. These sunglasses are shaped like a hexagon, and then this beehive has little hexagon shapes on it. All right, next one. We have to look at what shape this is. So we need to count all of the sides. This is also a tricky one to see what shape it's called. All right, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what do you think an 8-sided shape is? It's kind of tricky. All right, if you said octagon, you're correct. Good job. All right, how many sides and corners does an octagon have? So we already said it has 8 sides. How many corners or vertices do you think it has? All right, if you said it has 8 vertices or corners, then you are correct. Good job. All right, octagons around the world. This steering wheel is shaped like an octagon. Not all steering wheels are shaped like an octagon. Most of them are shaped like a circle, but this one in this picture is shaped like an octagon because it has 8 sides. This metal is shaped like an octagon, and then this sign right here is shaped like an octagon. All right, great job learning about 2D shapes. We're gonna move on to 3D shapes. All right, 3D. Remember, the difference between a 2D shape and a 3D shape is that a 2D shape is flat and a 3D shape is fat or solid. All right, the first one, think about what shape this is. If you said that it is a cube, then you are correct. Good job. All right, some cubes that you might see in our classroom: dice, these Unifix cubes, or our base 10 blocks, the hundreds one. Or no, the thousands. Can you start that part? Now we're gonna learn all about 3D shapes. So remember, the difference between a 3D shape and a 2D shape is that a 3D shape is fat or solid and a 2D shape is flat. All right, the first one that we're gonna look at is you're just gonna think about what you think this shape is. All right, if you said this is a cube, then you are correct. Good job. All right, so some cubes that you might see in the classroom are dice, Unifix cubes, or the base 10 blocks when they're in a block of 1,000. Some cubes that you might see around the world are a Rubik's Cube or a present. So think really quick what shape you think this is called. This is kind of a tricky one. All right, if you said this is a rectangular prism, then you are correct. All right, some rectangular prisms that we might see in the classroom are dominoes, a book, or the Unifix cubes when they're in a 10 rod. All right, some rectangular prisms that you might see around the world are a book or a juice box. So think really quick at home what you think this shape is. All right, if you said this is a cylinder, then you're correct. All right, some cylinders that you might see in the classroom are crayons, markers, or glue. Some cylinders that you might see around the world are a glass of milk, a candy, or this paint bottle. All right, so think at home what shape this is. All right, if you said this is a sphere, then you're correct. All right, some spheres that we might see around the world are a ball, a lollipop, or a globe. All right, spheres that you'll see at school are a basketball, a soccer ball, a baseball, or a tennis ball during PE. All right, what shape is this? Think at home. All right, if you said this is a cone, then you are correct. All right, some cones in the world that you might see around the world are a party hat, if you go to a birthday party, ice cream, like a sundae, or a slushie, ice cream cone, slushie cone. All right, what shape is this? Think at home. All right, if you said this is a pyramid, then you are correct. All right, so this is I don't want that part. All right, so now we're gonna look at what shape this is. So think at home, what do you think this shape is called? It's kind of a tricky one. All right, if you said this is a pyramid, then you are correct. Good job. All right, some pyramids that you might see in the world are a watermelon slice when it's cut like a square at the bottom. It will look like a pyramid, a teepee, or like a mountain. All right, so what 3D shapes can you see? So we're gonna look at all these and see if you can guess what 3D shape it is. So let's look at this tree trunk first. What 3D shape do you think this is? All right, if you said cylinder, then you are correct. Good job. All right, let's jump over and look at this water bottle right here. It's kind of a different shape of a water bottle than you'd normally see, but let's see what shape we think it is. Think at home. All right, if you said it's a sphere, then you are correct. All right, let's look at this sign right here. We're looking at the back part of it. What shape do you think that is? That post in the back of the sign. All right, if you said cylinder, then you're correct. All right, and then let's look at this sleeping bag. What shape do you think this is? All right, if you said cylinder, then you're correct. All right, let's look at the watermelon. If you said it's a pyramid, then you're correct. And then let's look at the cooler. What do we think this is? It's a rectangular prism. All right, and last one, the marshmallow is kind of hard to see because it's accidentally behind this word. But let's see, what shape do we think a marshmallow is? A cylinder, good job. All right, great job learning about all the 3D shapes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.